You can start planting your seeds much earlier. And if you've been watching my videos, and I know that you've been gardening too, we've been planting our seedlings indoors. In fact, you really should start if you haven't already. Now's the time. If you like to see what seeds I'll be direct seeding in the ground today, and if you'd like to see the update on the seedlings that I already planted indoors, and I have already transported them into larger pots. And now I've hardened them off. I got them adjusted to the temperatures outside, and I am ready to start planting in the ground. If you'd like to see more, keep watching. So here I'm just showing you what I am going to direct plant in the ground. Some Cherokee wax beans. Yes, you got to get those beans. Some cucumbers. There they are. Yes, I'm going to do some cucumbers. I did plant cucumbers indoors, but I'm going to direct sow some cucumbers and some more carrots. We're going to get those carrot seeds in the ground. Some other things that I will be planting, more beans, a variety of beans, broccoli, cauliflower, kale, seeds that I've already put in the ground and they've sprouted. You will be able to see that. I planted some more lettuce. Lettuce is really healthy for you, so get that lettuce in. So here I'm just showing you where I like to recycle my labels. Now, these labels were from last summer and last fall. What I did is I just saved them. Obviously, the pandemic, there's a shortage of seed. I did buy a couple of plants, and so, yep, I'm going to recycle these labels and I'm going to reuse them. I planted a little bit of my strawberry in the pots, and I will be direct seeding those in the ground today. And here is one of the plants, and I'm just showing you how easy it is just to recycle. So I'm familiar with all the plant leaves. I mean, I could look at the plant leaf and tell you what it is, but my husband's not really familiar, so I still use the labels. And yeah, so I'm just gonna recycle this label, stick it in the pot, and there you go. I do have labels, but why order more labels when you can recycle? Just use those labels again. Yeah, so I'm really excited. Finally, getting those plants in the ground. I'm so excited because I will be showing you my tomato plants that I grew indoors, and I'm just so excited to get those tomatoes, like you, tomatoes and cucumbers in the ground. So, and so I didn't get a chance to show you. It was a lot of them, but I do want to show you. This is a second batch, and these, I think probably another week or so, and they will be ready to plant in the ground. And then here is some kale and cabbage. This is the corn. Okay, so some of the corn sprouted. There's another corn, and the other ones didn't, and that's okay. So this is the second batch. As you know, the first batch I did 15 of them, and then I repotted them. And here is what they look like. The ones that I repotted. Some, I did some more broccoli, and of course I saved my tags. I recycled my tags. Some tomatoes. I have a variety. I have the sweet 100s. That was from part of the first batch that I did. And then I did the golden jubilees. I have beefsteak. I have Better Boy. Better Boy is one of my favorite varieties to grow. And then Early Girl. I think I only did a couple rows of the Early Girls. Of course, I have more cilantro, even though we have cilantro in the ground. and then Swiss chard, basil. If you haven't had a chance, go back and check out my basil seed saving video. Different varieties, Thai basil, and that is the next that I will be planting, my Thai basil. I have one tray in the house on my grow mats, and so I will be transporting that Thai basil probably next weekend. And then strawberry, I just planted a couple of the seeds. Now usually my strawberry seeds, I just sow them directly in the ground, so that's why you just see one. And then I did give 4 away to a family member because I have lots of seeds, and I will, like I said, be sowing them directly in the ground. So I just wanted to show you how the seedlings have grown, and they are definitely ready to get in the ground, and I will be doing that today. Don't get discouraged if all your seeds don't sprout. It's okay. Try it again. Like I said, you might have a bad batch. Yeah. Okay, so there's that. That's what the garden looks like now. That's what I'm going to be doing now. My husband wanted to do some gardening as well. Actually, he wanted to do some lawn care. Yeah, today is like a nice day, and for the next 3 weeks we are projected to get some really nice weather. So I said, you know what, let me get out and get a jump start and start my gardening. My cabbage is looking so much better now that it's almost spring, right? Yeah. So okay, so I just wanted to show you that. Just wanted to show you what I've been up to. I am gardening. I've got a couple of turnips that are definitely ready to pull up out of the ground. You can see my chives. Let me zoom in a little bit. I'm sitting on the ground, but the chives had died off, and your chives and onions, they're perennials. Your chives are, and see how they just kind of like spruced up with the nice weather. Yeah, so just wanted to give you an update on my seedlings, which are now plants. I'm so excited. They're ready to go in the ground. And again, don't throw away those markers. Recycle those markers. For example, the celebrity, those are my favorite. And what I did, my celebrity seedlings, the plants that grew, I just stuck the little marker in there, and that way I didn't have to order more markers. I do have markers, but I was like, you know what, I'm gonna recycle the markers that I have. So as you can see, I've been saving all my markers, and it's a nice little case. So these are the seeds that I am going to plant today. And then I did plant some of my Xena seeds, and I think at the end of this video you will see these are the vegetables that I plan on planting: onions, carrots, lettuce, cucumbers, cabbage, Swiss chard, fennel, tomatoes, Italian garlic, spinach, parsnip, potatoes, beans, snow peas, zucchini, watermelon for the spring, herbs, which I pretty much have most of the herbs in the ground. Herbs are perennial: basil, thyme, chive, rosemary, dill, stevia, cumin, chamomile. My cumin that I planted from seedling, they didn't do so well. And I do have like 3 other packs, so I'm gonna try it one more time. And then I'm also gonna try sowing them directly in the ground now that the weather is so much better. Chamomile, sage, variety of mints. One of my favorite mints is strawberry mint, apple, and then of course peppermint, spearmint, cilantro, parsley. So those are just some of the plants and herbs that I will be growing this spring. And then if you haven't had a chance, go back and look at my binder to see how I put my binder together. So this has been very helpful. It came in handy. I'm going to show you some of the seedlings that I've already planted. As you can see, I've already planted some spinach, and I will be planting more spinach. So maybe every 3 weeks I'll come out and I'll plant spinach. That way I have plenty of spinach to last all season long. So it's a nice little row of spinach. And then here I planted more peas. So I have a nice little row going all the way down of peas. Okay, and the peas that I did have growing against the fence from the fall, the flowers were beautiful. However, we did get the snow, and I didn't really believe that I was going to get peas, so I just went ahead and pulled those out and then just planted another 2 more rows. And then going up here, I have some cabbage and then some radishes back there. They call them radishes. And then I think I'm going to plant another row. I don't know what I'm gonna do. You know what? I think I'm gonna do another row of spinach right here. So I have 2 rows of spinach going down. So that is what I'm doing. I'll show you the finished project, because filming it and then doing it is just a lot of work. And then, like I said, my husband wants to come out and mow the lawn, and so I am going to do what I need to do, and then I'm going to go inside and let him do the yard work that he needs to do. I am allergic to cut grass, so I don't want to be out here while he's doing his lawn work. Okay, so just wanted to share and kind of show you what's going on in the garden. Getting some vegetables in the ground. I'm so excited, and I know you are too. Those bricks back there, I had planted some seedlings, and that just kind of reminded me not to step there. I did show in one of the video where I made a DIY TP, and that little trailless area is where I will be planting my pole beans. I'm gonna do plant a little bit of my sweet 100 tomatoes in that area, and yeah, so all right, keep watching and I will show you finished project. Beginning of woohoo, I'm so excited, the spring garden. So I'm actually going to plant some of my flower seeds today. I'm gonna plant the dahlias, and then my giant white zinnias, my giant lime zinnias, my giant coral zinnias, the giant salmon rose, the queen lime orange, and then my giant golden yellow. And you're gonna hear the background of gardening tools. As I said, my husband's doing the lawn. The giant purple zinnias and the deep red zinnias. So I'm gonna go ahead and hurry up. He turned he stopped so that I could go ahead and plant this, and then I will show you. So I've already got the ground ready. I've got the fertilizer. Everything I need is already in the ground, and so I'm just gonna go ahead and plant these before my husband actually starts cutting the grass, and then I'll show you afterwards. Keep watching. Okay, I'm gonna try this again. Actually, my husband didn't know that I was going to be planting today. It's a beautiful day, so I'm gonna get my seeds in real quick so that he can start cutting the grass. This will be the first grass cutting of 2021, and as I shared, I'm allergic to cut grass, so trying to get these seeds out so that my husband can do what he needs to do, and of course I get to garden today. We are going to be getting nice weather the next 3 weeks projected, so I wanted to get my flower seeds in, and I did get some other seeds in 2 days ago, and I will show you. They actually sprouted within 2 days. I'm so excited. Okay, so and I will show you. In this area, I'm gonna go ahead and get my dahlia seeds in. My neighbors across the street are starting to do their lawn work, so I need to get out of here. And there aren't that many deep red seeds, as you can see. So I'm just going to drop a few seeds. Okay, so I have gotten all my seeds in. Now's the time to do it. And so if you go back and you look at my garden playlist, my last last winter cleanup, I pulled out a bunch of old rose bushes that were dying off. And yeah, so I designated this area for my flower bed, praying that the seeds that I just planted sprout. So this is it. Throughout the fall, I was kind of like picking out the little weeds, and no matter how much you pick out the weeds, they're, you know, you gotta like stay on it every day. So anyway, so I am going to go ahead and water and wait and watch this seed sprout. So whew, there it is, area that I just planted. All right, and it's beautiful. You can see the sun shining in the vegetable garden area. This area kind of like rotates, so you can see, if I hold it this way, you can see the sun shining. Just like the garden, the sun just kind of rotates. You have shaded area in the morning, it's full sun, and it is around 2 o'clock, so the sun does rotate. So look at that, I still have my paper white blooms. It has been 2 weeks. Those bad boys are still blooming. Beautiful day, you can hear the birds chirping. Beautiful day to get out and garden. If you haven't already dropped those seeds or started planting your seeds in the ground, I encourage you to go ahead and start planting. Look at my massive avocado. Look at that, all those seeds grew back. I've started planting some beans. I'm going to get some more beans in the ground. You can tell that spring is here, not only because the birds are chirping, but now you're starting to see blooms on my flowers, my chives. Look at that. Everything just looks so beautiful, and you can see the chives. 2 weeks ago, the chives were like completely fallen over, and now they're starting to perk up. Same with the onions, perking up. The cabbage is looking so much better. Look at that. Oh, that spring is here, right? I've got some pansy blooms. All right, so just wanted to give you a little snip of the garden. I have got to go in. My husband is ready to get our grass cut. Everyone have a beautiful day. As always, stay loving, be kind, and stay healthy. Believe that you can grow and you will succeed. Blessings.